Maybe that's the reason why Shah Rukh Khan does this step.
Yeah, maybe.
Just
Breathe. I had that dream from my childhood that I wanted to break this Guinness World Records. So each record is double of time period than the previous record. Some people may get offended that yoga doesn't build our body as you are also lean. Yeah, I want to be muscular. If you are directly just hitting weights after weight without preparing yourself, your heart cannot get that sudden change. That's why some people are getting heart attacks right now.
why people pay for yoga when they can just learn it on YouTube or when they can just learn it by themselves?
Only 1 month, 12 rounds of Surya Namaskar every single day. For that right, hot yoga, which is really popular nowadays.
Hot yoga?
Hot yoga, yes, in US especially.
Hello friends, welcome to Learn with Jaspal. Today we have a very special guest on our podcast. He has really good knowledge of yoga. He have 8 Guinness World Records in the field of yoga. And I just tried to get him on podcast. He has some really good deep insights on yoga which you won't find anywhere else. Here we have the podcast with Yash Yash Moradiya, the great yoga guy. Enjoy. Welcome Yash Bhai to the Learn with Jaspal channel, man. Learn with Jaspal podcast.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
I'm really great.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, bro. So my question to you is, like, why people pay for yoga when they can just learn it on YouTube or when they can just learn it by themselves?
So why should we pay for yoga?
Why should I pay for yoga? Why can't I learn?
Because I want you to be aware. I want you to don't pay to the hospital. Simple.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, of course. Because if you would like to pay to hospital, then pay.
Okay.
Then don't pay to yoga. Be physically active. If you will be mentally fresh, calm, relaxed, then disease will be away from you.
Okay, then I'll rephrase it. If you don't want to pay for therapist, pay for yoga classes.
Exactly.
Right? I think from yoga you can solve a lot of mental issues.
True.
Right?
And not only mental, because we are psychosomatic, which means our human brain and our physical body both are connected with each other. If you are not mentally well, if your mental health is disturbed, your physical body would not be healthy for a longer time. If your gut health is not normal, if you are having constipation, it will directly impact into your mind. You will not able to be fresh.
Yeah.
You will make continuously wrong decisions. You will be frustrated. You will be anxious. So it's both are parallelly working.
Interesting. Now coming back to, if I am a person watching this video, right?
True.
What are the few yoga practices, basic yoga practice? I know nothing about yoga. Where can I start learning yoga from?
So if you would like to start, those who have not even done any kind of yoga, those is doing for the first time. First of all, start with breathing exercises.
Okay.
Because when you breathe properly, you will feel the new freshness.
Yeah.
It's called pranayam. And the better you will able to breathe, you will able to inhale more amount of oxygen into your blood, into your heart, into your lungs. And that will give you the new energy, new freshness. And
so that's one thing, breathing exercises.
Yes, breathing exercise. Second thing, asanas, posture.
Okay.
If you don't know any posture, don't worry. Just perform 5 simple asanas. You can just search about Surya Namaskar. That's also a really good thing, which is really common and which everyone knows.
What is Surya Namaskar? Can you define for a basic person?
So Surya Namaskar, it is a combination of 7 or 8 poses. It is a combination of 8 poses, which includes a flow, which helps you to give more flexibility, which helps you to give more strength. So basically, from every muscles and from every group of muscles, it gives you some strength and flexibility.
Tried it, bro. Yeah, it's really changing because sometimes when I'm not going to gym, I just do like 5 to 10 sets of Surya Namaskar, and it's life changing, bro.
True.
Yeah.
I'm just giving a commitment. I can give surety. If you will wake up in the morning and perform 12 Surya Namaskar every single day for 1 month continuously without breaking, you will see big change in your life.
Like what kind of changes?
The way you speak, the way you move your body, the way you sit, you will feel new freshness, energy, new aura surrounding you.
Yeah.
Because Surya Namaskar is not only about the practice which you are doing physically, in which you are also indulging, including your breath. Whenever you are going upward, you are inhaling. When downward, exhaling. So your breathing pattern will improve. You will feel a new aura surrounding you. And you will attract the people. People will come to you because you will have new freshness, new brightness in your face, in your eyes. So this is how
Yeah.
it is going to change your entire life. Only 1 month, 12 rounds of Surya Namaskar every single day.
For 30
Try
days.
it and
You can
just see
change
the big change.
Yeah. Great. So then there is like asanas. There is Surya Namaskar, and then there is like you told 5 asanas. So one is Surya Namaskar. What are the other 4?
Other 4 things, it is not a specialized that you must need to do this, because yoga is not same for every person. It is individually different, because every individual body is different. You may have different level of flexibility, you may have different level of strength. So I would suggest, first of all, focus on 5 things. First, Surya Namaskar, and 4 things is first stretching, because any kind of stretching, because with the help of stretch you will increase the blood flow. Second thing, breathing exercise, which I have already mentioned. Third thing, balancing, because when you balance, try to learn to balance your physical body, you also try to learn to balance your mind.
Yeah.
Because in our today's generation, Gen Z is so much anxious, and their attention time span has decreased day by day. So it is really need to understand to how to balance your physical body, and with the help of that you will also bring that stillness, balance in your mind, also mental state, by just balancing your body. And the last thing which you need to do, try to perform the poses which is giving you some resistance. For instance, plank pose, dandasana, high plank pose.
Okay.
Then some handstand with the wall, headstand to bring the blood circulation towards your head. So these are some balancing resistance poses which gives you some resistance towards your own body to increase the strength.
Yeah.
Because you must need to have 4 things. To live your life in the best way, you must need to have 4 things in your physical body: flexibility, strength, endurance, and your balance.
Okay.
If you will have these 4 things, your body will function in a great way.
Interesting. A lot of people have a lot of wrong notions about meditation. What are your thoughts on meditation?
For me, meditation is to connect with my own self.
Okay.
First of all, I move my body. I prepare my physical body in such a way. Sometimes I dance, sometimes I move, sometimes I do yoga poses. Once I get tired with my physical body, then I focus on my breath. Breathing exercises, pranayam. Breathing just Anulom Vilom pranayam gives me that stillness, that calmness, that peace of mind to connect with my energy. After that, sit down and just I observe. Because with the observation, your journey starts. Observe what is happening, how I'm breathing, observing how and which kind of thoughts which is coming in my mind. By just that observation, I just focus on only one observation, one thought. I just pick one thought and I stuck at that point. And after spending more time, I just completely get emptiness. Empty from my thoughts, from my emotion, from my whole physical movement, detached from my time, from the space.
And that's how you connect to your true self? That's how you connect to energy?
Exactly. And when you
That's how you feel your energy?
True.
Okay. Like, let me make it simpler for the people watching this. That if someone wants to learn, start doing meditation, how should they start?
So, initially, those who don't have any idea, those who just want to start their journey, just chant Om.
Okay.
But with awareness, with Om.
Can I try?
Yes, definitely.
How, bro?
So, first of all, you will take a deep breath in so that you will have enough breath. So you give equal time to each word to feel the vibration on each center points. Amma, exactly.
Okay, I'll try it again, okay?
Let's try.
So you started your yoga journey at the age of 7,
Yes.
right? Tell us more about that. Where were you born and brought up, and how did you got into yoga?
So I have born and brought up in Surat, a city of Gujarat.
Okay.
And then after, as I was a normal person, normal kid who is introvert, who is not speaking too much and just bullied by other students
Okay.
so many times. But then yoga has entered into my life. That was
At the age
really
of 7?
good. Yeah, that was a really good experience, which I still remember.
Okay.
As in my school, fortunately, I was in such a school where teachers were teaching us yoga. There was some specific period of yoga, class of yoga. It was only for twice a week or once a week. But even though I was really interesting, so one of the yoga classes.
You were in school, right?
Yeah, in my school, educational
What is the
school.
school?
SSTV, Gurukul.
It's a good school.
It's Gurukul.
It's a good school in like one of the best schools.
One
in
of the
Europe?
best school in Surat. One of the
Okay.
best. It's not only because I went there.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So
So you have a yoga class in your school. You attend
Yes.
that. It
I
changed.
attend
It
that.
changed you.
and there it's one incident that happens. As I was practicing, so it was like teacher Ravi sir was teaching us handstand, in which we balance our entire body on our head. Many people were trying. I was also trying, as I also didn't know how to perform. But I was continuously trying. But one thing which was different from other people and me, when they were falling, when they were getting hurt, they were just giving up. But for me, I was continuously trying. And that has attracted to my sir. That this person is not giving up.
ये बच्चा को चला गया.
ये बच्चा को चला गया. इसको एक opportunity देनी चाहिए.
इसको सिखाते हैं.
Yeah. So what he
Ravi
does,
sir was a yoga guy.
yes, yoga teacher for me.
Okay.
He was a yoga teacher.
Thank you, Ravi sir.
Yes, thank you so much for changing,
आज.
for entering to my life and to give me this
Yeah.
big opportunity for me to teach, for me to.
Yeah.
Yes. So in this class, sir has asked me to be a monitor of that class.
Yeah.
And after that journey, it has engaged. Sir has started giving me a personal training, personal classes. And within just 1 year, he realized that I have really huge potential. Initially, I was just losing the competitions. He has put me to participate in championships with different.
What
kids.
sort of championships in yoga?
So there are different levels in which it will start with the zone level championship, inter-school championship, and then district, state, national, international. So I started with this inter-school championships in which both schools.
You won them?
Initially, I was losing.
What's the yoga competition like?
So in that competition, what people do, what
you
students
practice
do.
poses or something?
Yes, there are some categories of yoga poses which all people need to perform. And
Okay.
those who perform in a right way, there are specific criterias and scorings according to the pose which you are doing. There are some level. So if you will perform this kind of pose, you will get this
Yeah,
score.
so I also come from the same school. It's called Adarsh Vidya Mandir. So there, like, what they I attended some sort of thing. So there are, like, you perform 108 Surya Namaskars.
True.
So that sort of thing.
Not that that's sort of thing. It is depends on the level of difficulties of that pose.
Okay.
If you will perform the handstand, you will get 8 or 9 score. If you will perform a normal pose, you will get only 5 or 6. So that kind of competition, this is how the person who will able to get more score, he will win the championship. And it depends also on your posture. Are you shivering?
Interesting.
Are you getting too much pressure? Your facial expression will be measured. So every small detailing is looking at that championship.
So you practice you started at 7. Ravi sir taught you good yoga mentor, and then you go to yoga championships.
Right. Initially, I was losing,
Okay.
and after continuously 5 years of practicing yoga,
Till you were
in
12.
2018,
Okay.
I finally got an opportunity to participate in national championship
Okay.
because I was continuously winning.
Where was it happening?
After district, I get gold. After winning state level championship, and then I get opportunity to participate in national championship. It was in Jharkhand, Gujarat itself,
Okay.
national level championship of yoga. And
You
it
win
was
it.
the first time that I got a gold medal in entire national championships in yoga. And that moment was just life-changing moment for me, because during that time I realized that I'm good into the yoga. I can see the big change in my life. My body was getting flexible. I was seeing good freshness in my body, huge energy in my body. My speech has changed. My nature has changed. My emotion was changed. And then I realized that the yoga, the way it can change my life.
Why should not change
Yeah,
other
why
people's
should
life?
not other people's life? Then I get more interest to teach yoga, because to learn yoga.
At the age of 18.
No, at the age of around 17.
Okay.
Because as I born in 2001, so
Hmm.
at the age of 17. So I got more interest about to teach yoga, because to learn yoga and to teach yoga both are different thing.
You're quite popular, right? In
Yes,
your
at
district
that
and all
time.
those things. That, okay,
True.
yes, he's a yoga guy, right?
Right.
He's very good in doing yoga. And also you said that at that time, you know, some people thought that yoga can't be a career. They told you that.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Because when I was started teaching, first of all, people were telling me that
ये
how
कैसे खा
long
रहा
you
है?
are going
Why
to
you teaching
teach.
yoga, right?
Yes, ये कोई सिखाने की चीज है. Because there is no scope in yoga at that time, 5 years back. But somehow I get to know that if I will put my 100%,
It
I
will
will
work.
make money out of it anyhow.
Like, how did you got in the zone of teaching?
First of all, to teach, first of all, I must need to have that enough knowledge.
Okay.
So I started my YTTC course, Yoga Teachers Training course, because that gives us a certification that you are eligible for teaching.
First you got to learn about yoga.
Yes, I also know how to perform yoga, but how to teach yoga, you must need to understand that how you will make communication with your clients, how you will be a good teacher, because it's not only about to perform the pose and to just show them that this is how you are going to perform. You must need to understand their physical limits. You must need to understand their physical limitations accordingly. Then only you can teach properly. So it was really difficult task for me to teach yoga initially, because as a being good performer, I can practice by my own, but that helps me a lot to teach also. After that, after getting my YTTC certification and everything, I started teaching. And
You started teaching online,
no,
offline.
only offline.
You're talking about getting YTCC certificate, right?
True.
So how do you get the certificate?
Certification, there are so many institute
Okay.
who is providing YTTC certification.
Yeah.
It's like one of the most popular school is also in Mumbai. So there are so many
So
popular
where
schools.
did you
I
did your
complete my
certificate
YTTC from the Yoga Institute, Bombay.
from? Okay. So you went to Bombay
Yes.
to do your certificate?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. And then you came back and then you taught people in Surat, or you taught people in Bombay only?
No, my main plus of teaching was in Surat.
Okay. So you opened an institution, or you going
I was
to...
only giving private sessions.
Okay, private sessions. Interesting, bro.
And also working with some institute.
Okay. And
It's
schools
like-
and colleges?
Schools and colleges I have not started because it was my early ages.
Yeah, bro. They were like, ये भी तो बच्चा हमें का पढ़ा
Yeah, exactly.
Good, bro. Yeah.
But at certain point of time, like आपकी जो उम्र है वो आपके एक्सपीरियंस की मोहताज नहीं होती.
Good line, bro. Good line.
Exactly. Because मेरी जो स्पेशलाइजेशन थी वो बड़े बड़े लोग जो 10 सालों से भी करवा रहे थे योगा, वो भी नहीं करवा रहे थे.
Age is just
So
a number.
people was not considering me as just a kid who is teaching yoga. They were more focusing on the style, on the techniques which I was having.
Yeah.
So based on that, they were enrolling in my session.
Interesting.
So after completing my YTTC,
Yeah.
I started teaching, and people really found a new thing that my style is really, really different.
Yeah.
Because as I have learned the yoga, it was completely different way. Because as I was participating in learning from the beginning, so people has really get excited about my training. They were looking after it, and one of my client were based in Dubai. So when I gave the yoga session to her, she was really surprised
Okay.
that
This can teach something new, yeah?
yeah, that why you are here? You should be in Dubai.
Okay.
Then I
And
got
how did you got that client?
by some advertisement which I was putting, and
Where did you putting the advertisement? Instagram?
I think I was also putting like only in Instagram, but the client which I was getting, it was mouth to mouth reference, word of mouth.
Okay, this is
Because
back in 2020.
2019.
Okay, 2019.
Yes, 2019 or around 2020 maybe.
Okay, so in 2019 you start teaching abroad clients. And how
Yes.
how you got that client? I'm interested in that, bro.
So as I was just posting in Instagram as well.
You had good followers back then?
No. It was only like around 700 or 800.
Okay, so you were pitching clients that hey, I can teach you yoga.
No.
They reached
As
out.
I was posting this kind of poses.
Okay.
So that's how they were get to know that this person. And I also had that reputation of winning a gold medal in national championship. So this is how I was getting the client, and it's like word of mouth. If you are putting your 100% into your one client, then they are going to refer to others.
Interesting.
After that, I got opportunity to be a yoga teacher in Dubai.
How the journey started teaching people in Dubai?
Initially, it was difficult.
Okay.
Because as I started teaching in Dubai, so it was like people will not accept the yoga initially.
Right.
First of all, you must need to give the right example and make them understand that it's good for you.
Okay.
And once they see the benefits of yoga, then they will not look back. Then they will go for it.
Right.
So as initially I was not getting so much clients, so I was having free time. But I have utilized that free time.
Okay. And what did you do then in free time?
In free time, I have prepared myself to break the Guinness Book of World Records. I had the dream from my childhood that I wanted to break this Guinness Book of World Records. So I just put myself into that. 3 months continuously, from the morning till the evening, I have changed my schedule completely. From the diet, to my entire routine, to my exercises, to my work, to my sleep, every single thing I have changed. Because I know I was really good at posture, but to attempt for this kind of world record, you must need to prepare yourself for continuous time period. So I have changed everything. And then back time, as I was looking forward to break that record, and there was a one record called scorpion pose.
Okay.
Scorpion pose is a pose in which you balance your entire body on your forearms, on your hands, and you bring your legs up and you make positions
I've
like a
seen
scorpion.
That. The one which you're holding Guinness Book of World Records.
True.
That's the scorpion pose. Yeah.
So the previous record of that record was around 4 minutes, and after that 4 minutes, it was not that much hard for me. But I don't wanted to just break that record only to extend it for 5 or 6 minutes. So that's with that intention I have started practicing, and every single day I have practiced with only one mindset, that I want to break my own limits and I want to perform better than yesterday. And the day dream has come true on the 22nd of February. On that day, I attempted the record, and it was 29 minutes and 4 seconds.
Okay.
From 4 minutes to 29 minutes and 4 seconds, 7 times more.
Yeah.
And
that was your first.
That was the first record,
Guinness
Book of World Record, which I have broke.
Great, dude.
True.
So that was your first record.
True.
And then you went to make 8 more records. Tell me that. How did that happen, bro?
So after breaking that first record, in just nearby time, World Yoga Day was coming.
21st June?
21st June.
Yeah?
Yeah. So on that 21st June, every yoga instructor and yoga enthusiastic people were doing something new.
Something new is cooking.
Yeah. So I had also dreamed that I also want to do something crazy, something unique. In the past history, no one has ever broken multiple Guinness World Records in one single day.
Okay.
So I thought, let's do it. Again, I prepared myself for 2 months. Prepare myself
after 22nd February to 21st June, right?
Exactly. From morning till evening, I perform 8 angle pose for 26 minutes, peacock pose for 30 minutes, wheel pose for 55 minutes, and I broke 3 Guinness Book of World Records in one single day.
That's crazy, bro. The amount of
each record is double of time period than the previous record.
Oh, bhai sahab.
Not only just to break it for only 4 or 5 minutes extend with extend.
Okay. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Sure.
You have 4 records now. Interesting. And
after that, again,
it's a normal process for you.
Yeah, it was just one after one.
Interesting, right? I see you're a very spiritual person, bro. But when did your spiritual journey started? When did you started realizing about the spiritual concept? Was it a part of yoga? And what is spirituality to you?
For me, spirituality, if you just break down the word spiritual, to perform the rituals with your spirit. What does it mean? For example, when I'm performing any rituals, as like to performing my meditation, to performing my poses, if I'm performing with the spirit, with my passion, so that becomes spirituality for me.
Okay.
It is not connected with any religion activities. For me, spirituality is my performing my own practice, which is helping me to grow my inner self, to be connected with this universe, to be connected with this nature. For me, that's the spirituality for me, to be grounded, to connect with all the energy.
Right.
So for you, spirituality could be different, which means spirituality is to perform your rituals in the spirit, with the spirit. That's the spirituality for you.
How did you learn about spirituality? How did you learn about all this concept?
By just reading books.
Okay.
It may seem simple. Reading books, everyone reads books.
What are those books?
But it depends on which books which you are reading.
Okay.
So the philosophy, if you would really, really like to learn about yoga and philosophy, one of the best book which I would refer, it's Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. It is the root of yoga.
You really got access to yoga at a very early age, but a lot of Indians don't know about yoga, right? So I want to ask you, do we Indians forgot our roots because yoga is an Indian thing, right? It's an Asian thing. So do you think we are forgetting our roots?
I would say no.
Okay.
Because yoga gained more popularity even after
In the recent times?
In the recent time,
Okay.
with the help of 21st of June, World Yoga Day.
Okay.
I'm not just appreciating any political parties, but of course the person who has done the work,
Is PM Modi.
yeah, who deserve the respect,
Okay.
because he has bring,
Talk something about that, bro. Like,
yeah, because he is the person who has bring the World Yoga Day in front of all the nationalities, in front of 198 union in the United Nations. So it has made big change, because the yoga was really limited for only India only. But after that, more people like other nationalities has also gained knowledge about what is yoga. Now yoga, I think, has not become such a thing that anyone would be unaware about it.
Yeah.
Now everyone knows what is yoga.
Yeah.
At least not at that level, but everyone know the basic, that what is yoga. So that was really important.
Yeah.
But if you will ask about the Indian, of course, जहाँ पे दिया होता है वहाँ पे ही उसके नीचे ही अंधेरा तो होता ही है.
yeah.
People are aware, but people are not valuing yoga. And there is also a reason, because first of all, they have not came out from their normal responsibilities.
Yeah.
उनके जो
They're
डे
not
टू डे
having
9 to 6
roti, kapda, makan,
हाँ,
etc.
रोटी
of Indian-
कपड़ा मकान की, and people, some other, those who are in metro cities, they are becoming aware, so, and they are also valuing yoga. But there are still some areas in India, those who are still struggling with their day-to-day routine tasks through their work, so they are not having enough time to give some time for yoga or for their own health.
Yeah.
So that's really important to understand, that whatever you are doing in your life, at the end only this body is going to be with you till the age of 70 or 80, however how long you are going to live. So also give some more priorities to your physical body.
Yeah.
If you are not only giving like half hour or even 1 hour, only give 7 minutes. In just 7
minutes?
to 8 minutes, you can practice 12 rounds of Surya Namaskar.
Basic thing.
Basic things.
Do you think more yoga influencers need to come in front? More people teaching yoga should be on social media and creating awareness about it? Do you feel that? Or just I'm not aware about it, that if there are a ton of influencers?
Definitely, it's a huge market potential.
Okay.
Still, even though there are so many yoga instructors are just coming, but still, the requirement, it is increasing still more.
Okay.
Because every single person wants to practice yoga right now.
The market is growing in West?
Yes, not only in the West, also in India also. So those who are willingness to grow their journey, those who are planning to be the yoga instructor, I have just only one simple advice for all of you guys. Don't just directly be rush in just directly teaching. First of all, gain that knowledge, learn properly. जैसे कहते हैं ना, अगर if a flower doesn't have the fragrance, then how it would share that fragrance to others.
Agree.
So first of all, be a person who is capable enough to teach. Once you will have that enough learning, and once you will be able to teach, then people is going to follow you and people is going to listen you. But I will give you the whole perspective.
Yeah.
That whatever you are doing with your physical body, okay, what is the main aim, if you would ask to me? For some people, it might be to transform their self, to reduce the weight, to gain the weight, okay? But the main purpose should not be only to reduce or to lose the weight. The main core idea behind performing any kind of exercise, either it's yoga, either it's gym, either it's Pilates, it's to increase your blood circulation.
Interesting.
Why? Why? Because when you increase your blood circulation, okay, your bloods can be more purified. Because बहती हुई नदी क्लीन होती है, पड़ा हुआ तालाब में पानी गंदा होता है. Second thing, when you increase the blood circulation, your flexibility will increase. How? Because every muscles has, of course, some amount of blood tissues, and when it is circulating in a right way, you will not feel stiffness. So many people, those who are just continuously working from 9 to 6, after the work, they get so tired because their body is becoming so much stiff. The blood circulation is not running proper way. That's why with the yoga, with the stretching, you increase the blood flow.
Yeah.
And in the gym also, there are some exercises some repetitive training that you can perform to increase your flexibility.
Yeah.
But the main concept for performing any kind of exercises is meant to be for increasing your blood circulation. And when you increase your blood circulation, you can feel more freshness in your body. The main thing which people need to be careful, that's really important thing to understand for them. If you are directly just hitting weights after weight without preparing yourself, so what happened? Your heart cannot get that sudden change. It is really difficult for your heart. That's why some people are getting heart attacks right now.
So gymming?
Yeah, because you may have seen so many examples.
Yeah, I've seen those videos in which people, gym and they
they get faint. They get So
why does that happen, bro? Tell me more.
there are so many reasons.
Okay.
It's not the only blood circulation.
Okay.
One of the reason is that you are directly just performing this heavy workout. The second thing, because your body is not prepared enough for handling this stress, and you are directly putting those much weight and you are performing repetition, that could be one reason. Second reason, lack of oxygen in your blood, because some people are just performing gym in the clothes.
They are no AC events
there
or
is
something
no
like that.
circulation. So lack of oxygen
leads to
faint, dizziness, and when they get dizzy, they get blind.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there are some reasons.
Interesting. So basically you're saying that yoga is a better way, but if you do exercise, if you go to hit gym, yoga won't come, right? Yoga is a bigger picture compared to all of those things. Am I right?
Exactly. And some people may get offended that yoga doesn't build our body, as you are also lean.
Yeah.
I want to be muscular.
Yeah.
But if you'll perform your practice, yogic practice, in a different way with the advanced yoga poses, in which you are creating a resistance in your body with your own body weight, then you will build so much muscles. I am not building because I want to keep my flexibility alive.
Okay. So how you can build muscles through yoga?
Just
are there exercises?
Not exercise. There are some poses which helps you to give some resistance to your own body. It's like handstand. You are putting all the weight on your hand. Of course, it is gaining training of your triceps, of your biceps. Intense pressure it will come. So by that way, there are some yoga practitioners. Those who kind.
I've seen yogis having good body than some of the
exactly.
athletes and models, man.
True.
Yeah.
So it's all depend how you are performing and practicing yoga.
Right.
True. The style of yoga matters a lot.
Okay. What is the style of yoga?
There are so many yoga style which people are practicing. There are Hatha Yoga, Iyengar Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Vinyasa Yoga.
Okay.
Hot Yoga, which is really popular nowadays.
Hot yoga?
Hot Yoga, yes.
Okay.
In US especially. Then there are Kundalini Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga. So many style of yoga.
Yeah.
But people, those who are first entering into this yoga, they must need to understand their nature, that what's their nature. If they are so much active, they should practice Karma Yoga. So there are main 3 styles which has been mentioned in Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga.
There's Raj Yoga also, I feel.
Raj Yoga, it's a different. So in Ashtanga Yoga, it's a part of Ashtanga Yoga.
Okay.
In the last 3 links which we were discussing, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. So the combination of 3 phases is Raj Yoga.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the Hatha Yoga, you can just say that the initial 6 phases, 5 phases is the Hatha Yoga.
Okay. Full name of yoga is Ashtanga Yoga.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And it is a kind of yoga. It is a style of yoga.
Okay.
And there are so many different style of yoga also. Ashtanga Yoga, it's like a pathway to reach at your super consciousness. Because the 8th limb, it's Samadhi.
Okay.
To reach at the super consciousness and to connect your own self with a higher frequency of the universe.
Yeah.
Like it's हिंदी में जैसे कहते हैं हमारी लैंग्वेज में आत्मा का परमात्मा के साथ मिलन.
Okay.
So yoga can help you to reach at that level also.
Okay. Can you define these 8 things for us?
Definitely. It starts with the yam. Asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi.
Pranayam,
pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi.
Okay.
So yam and niyam, both things are what things which you should not do in your life and what you need to do in your life. So there are 5 yam and 5 niyam.
So basically आप कह रहे हो कि yam और niyam are like rules of life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Rituals that we should follow. For example, yam, there are 5 yam. जैसे कि अहिंसा, अहिंसा which means to not non-violence, asatya to not speak lie, then asteya to don't steal. So these are some things which helps us to live our life with a honor, so that we can live our life without any so much struggle or so much difficulties which we face. And it's like giving you a better idea that how should you live your life in your general, with your society, with your family. So yam and niyam has designed in a such a way. Then it's come to asan. Asan, it means physical posture.
Something like that?
No. Asan, which means a physical posture. It's just it's
another
also,
posture.
Yeah, it's another posture, but it's really easy. But different asanas, there is a simple definition of asanas, that sthiram sukham asanam, which means एक ऐसी स्थिरता जो आपको initially it will be painful, but the more and more you will practice with your consistent efforts, it will become more pleasureful. That gives you sukh. So when you are sitting in your comfortable position with the stillness, then your pain will transform into your pleasure, and that is your asan, that is your posture.
Okay.
So with the help of this posture, you make your physical body to be prepared to go to the higher journey.
Okay. Yam, niyam, asan,
and then pranayam. Pranayam, which means pran ka ayam. Pran, which means our breath.
Ayam means?
Ayam, which means controlation of your breath.
Okay.
Because when you control your breath, you can control your mind.
Can you explain that? How
Definitely.
you can, like, if you can control your breath, you can control your mind.
That's
can you
true.
explain that? Like,
Definitely.
what does it mean?
You may have realized that in your day-to-day routine life, whenever you are so much angry, so much stressed, you breathe faster, you breathe shallow.
Yeah. When you get angry also you breathe faster. Am I right?
Exactly.
क्या कर दिया तूने मेरे? Yeah, that's that thing.
आज तो गया.
Yeah, आज तो गया. आज तेरा भाई बताएगा तुझे.
True.
Yeah.
And when you are in peace, when you are spending your time with your loved ones, when you are spending your time with your family, you breathe calm, you breathe relax. So that shows there is a connection between your breath and your mind. That's why all yogi has mentioned that. If you cannot control your anger, if you cannot control your mind, don't worry. Just try to control over your breath. That's it.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why Shah Rukh Khan does this step.
Yeah, maybe.
just
breathe.
Just random things, bro. Yeah.
True.
Let's do it together. You watching that, I will watching that. Let's breathe.
Yeah.
So let's just breathe. Doing that now. Yeah. Shah Rukh Khan of yoga. Good, bro.
Great.
Yeah. So you told yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, breathe. Now what next?
Pratyahar.
Okay. What's pratyahar?
To withdrawal of our senses.
Okay.
Do you know, there are some people, those who can detach from their pain, those who go deep into their practices, like lying on the needle bed, walking on the charcoal, walking on the fire. So how they are doing? Some people are able to just sit in a quiet moment for days, like 15 days, 20 days. They don't even need food. How does it possible?
How, bro?
Because the senses which they are working, like the touching, the smelling, the hearing, the listening, all the senses which is outwards, they go with the practice and they make it inward. So with the means, what does it mean? With the help of pratyahar, you make yourself in such a way that you don't need any external thing. There is only breath which is running with you, and you are only there.
Calm,
relax. You can detach yourself from pratyahar, you can detach yourself from the pain, from all the emotions, from all the needs, wants, desire with the help of pratyahar. Because when you don't have any external want, desire, then only you can go further into the next step, which is dharana.
Okay.
Which means concentration, which is not dhyan. Dhyan is completely different thing. When you concentrate your thoughts in any one particular thing, either it could be any murti, a sculpture,
there's
photos.
few people who take light, diya like you concentrate karte hain.
Exactly, that means Tratak Kriya.
I've done that Tratak. You start crying.
True.
Yeah.
So that is dharana, in which you bring your all awareness at one particular thing.
Dharana means concentration, right?
Concentration at one certain thing. It's a focus. And after dharana, if you will extend that time, you will realize that you get just blank. Right now in the dharana, there is still one thought, there is still one focus in which you are focusing.
Yeah.
But in dhyan, there is nothing. Everything is empty. There is no thoughts in your mind, there There is no emotion in your heart.
Okay.
There is no movement in your physical
so
body.
let me just connect dharana and dhyan.
Right.
Dharana is focused on one thing.
Exactly.
And dhyan is where you are completely blank.
Completely blank.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Some of people you may have heard that some people are chanting. So what is chanting? It is the form of dharana.
Okay.
Just chant Ram, Ram, Ram. Or
Yeah, the old people do
Om,
know.
Om.
The very India में एक tradition है कि जितने भी I don't know if people do this in my village हमारे गांव में लोग माला लेते हैं and then sit and Ram
Exactly.
Ram 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 Ram.
Exactly.
So
it
that's
is
sort of
just to
dharana.
bring the awareness at only one particular thing which you are doing. That's dharana. In not only in this our religion.
Yeah.
In every religion, if you will see, it's
Yeah.
similar.
Okay, so like how in Islam
Yes,
में भी लोग
in
करते
Islam,
dharana.
yeah, they are just, you may have also seen them that Allah, Allah. So it is it's a form of concentration. And in other, so basically the main concept is to bring your work, to bring your awareness at only one particular thing, to be aware about it. Because when you focus on one thing, then only you can detach from all the other things.
Right.
And once you will achieve that dharana, then only your pathway will open for the dhyan.
Interesting.
And in the dhyan, there will be nothing.
Yeah. So dhyan, dharana, dhyan, samadhi.
And then last, it's samadhi.
Okay, then you go to meet God, Paramatma, something like that. ऐसा होता है?
It's not like only the...
आपने achieve करी समाधि?
For me, if you will ask to me, samadhi, it's not that achievable moment to be
Okay.
achieved. It is the only... It happens to only for some moments. It's like you are just plugging something and it recharge and then it again disconnect.
Interesting.
But those who are true yogi, those who are connected with those who are living in Himalayas, so they can remain in the state of samadhi. For me, yes, I have experienced samadhi, but not at that particular time duration, for only this particular moment. But that only even a 1 or 2 second of that experience of samadhi will change your life completely.
Interesting, bro. Now these 8 things are to be followed in order?
No. I will tell you the reason.
Okay.
Because when you are practicing yam niyam, so it is not like first of all you need to do this yam and niyam, then only you can start asanas.
Yeah.
Yes, the process of realization of this all things, it will happen in order. First of all, you will realize that yam niyam you are following in your life. But to practice it, there is no order. First of all, you can also start with the pranayam to cleansing of your nostrils. And once your nostrils is clean, then you will feel more freshness, and then you can also go for asanas. And after asanas, you can also practice some dhyan. Or some people are capable enough to practice directly dhyan.
So in your sessions, you teach Hatha Yoga. You told about Iyengar Yoga as well.
Right.
What is that, bro?
So Iyengar Yoga, it is a style which has been designed by a B.K.S. Iyengar, who is a late yoga teacher back in Europe. He was an Indian, but he has served more in European region more, and that's how he bring yoga to that region. So in which the Iyengar style, you perform the yoga poses with getting help with some different props. Props, does it means yoga equipments, as like yoga chair, yoga blocks, yoga break, yoga strap, yoga swing. So with the help of this strap, with the equipments, you practice and you can go deep into those poses in the easiest way.
Right. So you can, so I saw one of your videos, right? You were on the wall, you had stitched that clothes and you were,
Right.
so that was a
It
part
is
of
anti-gravity yoga.
Oh, so it is a part of Iyengar Yoga?
It is not completely part of Iyengar Yoga, because the idea, it is arrived from that Iyengar Yoga. Because in Iyengar Yoga they use rope,
Right.
but with the rope they are having some limitation. With the rope you cannot get a proper grip. It will give you so much pinch on your fingers and it will not cover your entire body.
Okay.
But the swing which I have attached, it has been designed by me, because as I was practicing,
Okay.
so I know that how and which kind of requirements I need to get support externally. And I have designed in a such a way, and with the rope there is one more limitation. The length of that rope, either it could be same length or it can be half. So there is only one limitation.
Interesting.
But with that swing, I can just resize it any much however I want. So I have designed this, and I would tell that if you will practice normally for 2 years, so the amount of growth or the amount of achievement which you will achieve, the same amount of achievement the same amount of growth which you can get it within just 3 or 4 months with this anti-gravity yoga swing, because you are taking help with the outer support. And there are 2 ways to practice. First, in an active way, in which you are forcing yourself to perform the stretch. But in yoga, when you are forcing, where there is a force, there is no yoga.
Okay, so it doesn't rely on force?
It should not be practiced with a force, except the resistance poses, as like handstand, as like balancing poses.
That's why the yoga is very easy to do, I feel like.
True.
Yeah?
But if you are performing in a right way, then only.
Okay.
So, and the passive way is like you are just accepting the stretch, whatever it's coming to you. And that anti-gravity swing helps us to get the all stretches without putting too much efforts, and by just accepting the stretch. That's why it becomes more popular, and that's why it becomes more effective.
Interesting. Or what's the best style for this viewer watching this video?
Exactly. That's really, really important, first of all, to know that who is the person. Because right now, I have adapted the skill. I am teaching mainly a combination of Hatha Yoga and Iyengar Yoga.
Okay.
Why? Because all the clients are mainly looking for gaining flexibility and to achieve their poses in the easiest way. And
So
when
you're
their
saying the
main
best
goal,
yoga style can be Iyengar Yoga?
it is not best. I'm not telling it's best. But the people demand is to achieve their poses.
Okay.
And my specialization is to make people to achieve their poses in just 1 week. To be the person who is continuously practicing since 1 year, if you will bring to me.
Yeah, but like let me know, like those are what people want, right? What are the best styles of yoga that we can...
That a general people can practice.
Yeah.
Right? Hatha Yoga. It's
What is
for
Hatha Yoga?
everyone.
What is Hatha Yoga?
Hakarasya kathita surya, thakarasya kathita chandra, suryam chandram suryogad, Hatha Yoga nigatate. It might be difficult to understand, but if I simplify it.
Yeah, bro,
so
please.
that means Ha, which means Hatha Nadi. Ha and Tha, both are representing Ha and Tha, both are representing a Nadi that we are having in our body. Nadi, which means energy channels. Ha represents Surya, Tha represents Chandra. Surya Nadi and Chandra Nadi. When you are breathing through your right nostrils, your Ha, your Surya Nadi is active. You may, whenever you are just observing your breath, you will realize that you are only breathing and breathing out through your one nostrils. That means this 2 Nadi is regulating your temperature of the body.
Okay.
And by that way, if you will bring those both Nadis energy and synchronize it in your Sushumna Nadi, which is in center between your both Nadis.
Okay.
So with the help of some practice, if you will able to attain this, then that means it's Hatha Yoga. Some people may think that Hatha Yoga, which means only to practice with Hatha, which means with the
Jid.
Zid,
Hindi में हम बोलते हैं जिद. Yeah.
Zid. And different perspective, if you will look at this. So Hatha Yoga has been...
So how do you teach people Hatha Yoga? Like how I can learn Hatha Yoga?
Okay. Hatha Yoga, if it is a combination of 84 postures, 84 asanas. And that's why I'm working on series to learn 84 asanas in 84 days.
Yeah.
So the poses which I'm teaching right now in my Instagram profile, it is Hatha Yoga poses. So there are mainly 84 million asanas, 8.4 million asanas in yoga. But among these 8.4 million, 84 lakhs asanas, there are 84 asanas which is main asanas. So that's what I'm teaching right now, and which has been mentioned in Hatha Yoga.
Interesting. That's Hatha Yoga. Another yoga you told was Ashtanga Yoga.
Right.
You can practice any of the yoga according to you.
Yes, definitely.
Right? So how you pick what's best style of yoga for you?
It depends on the nature. If your nature is to be more calm, more relaxed, then restorative yoga is for you, in which you just hold the position for a longer period of time by just relaxing your body. If you're emotional person, if you are too much sensitive, then Bhakti Yoga is for you, in which with a pure devotion, you are just praying and worship for the God. So it depends on the nature, which kind of characteristics
and if you want to build muscles, what sort of yoga you do?
For muscles?
Yeah, bro. Like if your nature is like, going to war, or if your nature is like not going to war, I mean like if your nature, you're an athlete. So what sort of yoga should you practice?
Vinyasa flow would be the better for you.
Okay.
Because in Vinyasa
it helps
flow,
you build strength?
Yes, definitely. Because in Vinyasa yoga, you transform from one pose to another pose in a particular flow. So it builds intense practice.
Interesting.
So that really helps you to lose the weight and also gain the muscles.
So what you're saying is that, like, तुम्हारा कैसा भी nature हो, you can do any sort of yoga, right?
Depends on the nature. Depends on your nature.
Right. Interesting. So
because yoga is for everyone.
Yeah, yoga is for
everyone.
everyone.
It is not for only particular one person, one religion, or not one community.
Yeah.
It is not related with any one particular group of people. It is for everyone.
Right.
As we are having same kind of body, as we are having same color of blood. So yoga is also for everyone. Yeah,
yoga is for everyone. So yoga can be practiced by a 7-year-old kid as well, and a 80-year-old
yes.
person
Definitely.
can also practice yoga, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. What is the one last message you want to give to the person watching this video?
So just don't watch our podcast. It's the right time to start your yoga journey. Just practice. Be a person who is healthy, wealthy, not only from physical level, from mental perspective as well. And world is waiting for you.
Yeah. Good conversation, man. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
That's great.
Just follow Yash on Instagram.
And just follow Learn with Jaspal.
Yeah.
I also learned so many things from Jaspal through his all the inspirational videos. So follow guys and you will definitely inspire.
Just tell those YouTube things, like, share, subscribe things. Yeah, just
So yeah, it's the right time. Like the video, share the video, and show your love by just subscribing the video.
Just comment below what is the best thing you learned about Yash. What are your questions about yoga? Just put questions in the comment. I'm sure Yash will answer them.
Yes, and those who want to learn from me, just go to my Instagram and there is a one big beautiful link which is waiting for you to just one click away. Just tap on that link and you will be able to learn from me.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching the podcast, guys. I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for Yash for being on our podcast. And we'll bring such more episodes on Learn with Jaspal. If you think that something can be changed, some feedbacks, just put them in the comments. Would love to make such more interesting podcasts. This is just the starting of Learn with Jaspal. We are going to rock it. And thank you so much for watching.